Good morning, everyone. Cory Carlson, Planning Operations Trainee for Southwest Team 3. I'll give you an update on activity yesterday and the plan for today. So, continue to have containment and monitor and patrol status behind the Glen Echo area to Pingree Park down to Buckhorn, and we got some new stuff on the map today. So from Buckhorn west to the Pingree Park Road here, we're able to show some containment here. I've been promising you that for several days, and I was able to do that last night. So it's only an additional 2%, but it's 2% closer to our in-state here. So as we move west from the Pingree Park Road here, if you may be able to see it on the map, there's some H and C. That means hotspot cold trail. That's an area that we've worked really heavily with a lot of folks for a long time now. It means it's close to containment. We're just not there yet. Still a little bit of fire above Comanche Reservoir. It's not doing a whole lot. It's not moving, but it is, as long as it's out there, we'll continue to have to put resources in there to work it, and it'll just be, it's that much longer till we can show containment in there. We had a new smoke pop up yesterday over here in the Grass Lake area. Haven't seen anything in that area since before the snowstorm a couple weeks ago. So again, no threat. It doesn't really want to move, but it just kind of shows how long-term of an event this is. Smokes that didn't exist weeks ago are now popping up. Not concerned about this at all. There's a reason this stuff didn't burn initially. A lot of high elevation, rocky stuff. We'll if we get a recon, we'll take a look at it. But my guess is it's just a couple trees in there, a little bit of fuel that's just heated up. Down here in the park, no smoke showing for several days now. This is just going to be put in monitor status. The planning process has been complete down here. We have a structure protection plan being printed off now for these communities down here, and we'll slowly start to downsize a little bit here and repurpose the resources here, up here. We won't completely pull out of here. We'll have folks in here. It'll just be a little bit less. This long draw road, you can see the hotspot cold trailing that we've worked quite a bit. Not as much down here by Joe Wright Reservoir, but still a lot of work's been done there. Trying to get the plan was to fly this today and see if there's any heat or smoke there potentially to show some containment, but our Type 3 helicopter is down this morning with some maintenance issues, so that may have to wait another day. As we get up closer to the 103 Laramie River Road, a mixture of hotspot cold trail, dozer line, hotspot cold trail, dozer line, the same old thing. This will continue to be worked for several more days, and like I said, these hotspot cold trail edges just mean that we're that much closer to showing containment. We got a couple crews in yesterday. We got 2 hotshot crews in. We got another a crew in, and we put 2 of those crews right on the edge of this dozer line, and then one here where this 517 road hits the black edge, and those crews are working towards each other, hotspot and cold trailing. This has got quite a bit of heat on there. It's not wanting to move, but we need to get some hands in there. We need to put a little bit of direct line in there so we can button this up so it doesn't become a problem later on. Again, we get back to hotspot cold trail, some dozer line tied into the old Kilpecker line. From here, we've pushed some dozer line direct to about the middle of this section here, and then we brought a dozer in off the 517 road here, open this road, open this 198 road there, and we pushed back to where that dozer is, and then turned back around and made progress to about the tip. So there's direct line with dozers all the way here to the tip. We did have a dozer breakdown in the middle of the night last night. It's stuck out here. It was trying to pick up some spots that crossed the 517 road. We ended up having to push a dozer line around it so that it's secure if the fire wants to move towards that today. So a little bit of problems out there in the night with equipment. We did have another dozer come in last night and open up some of these 171 roads, trying to get right to this fire's edge here. We got the dozer to this fire's edge here. We're going to try to work it back to the tip and try to hook this corner here. The biggest problem we're facing now is from this, where the dozer line's tied in here, going back this direction to the Kilpecker line. We're not able to use heavy equipment. Too steep, too many drainage crossings that the dozer can't make it across. And with increased fire activity, we're going to have to try to find another way. We're going to have some hotshot crews look at this, see if they can go direct by hand. We're going to continue to support this with heavy air tankers, large air tankers, try to keep that in check. We do have increased wind today and tomorrow out of the west-northwest, so that's going to want to push this fire even more into an area where we don't really want it. If it gets established in this drainage system here, it's just going to be pretty challenging for us to deal with. But we'll continue to assess this, we'll continue to work this, and we'll continue to try to get containment there. All the work continues in Crystal Lakes, Red Feather, just a ton of stuff going on in there. And then on the Highway 14 corridor, we did some burning last night right before dark. We used a helicopter to do that, do some aerial ignitions. And what we did that for was, this fire is still hung up in a lot of spots high up on the slope. We dropped what are called PSD balls, and they're just small ping pong type balls that are filled with basically a flammable material. They're ignited as they drop out of the helicopter. We drop them in a kind of a line. It forms a line of fire, and that fire continues to back overnight towards the Highway 14 road, where we had firefighters there to kind of receive the fire, clean up any stuff in and around the structures, and that'll just help expedite getting fire down to the Highway 14 corridor with the hopes of getting it contained, getting the 14, looking really good and potentially open some point down in the future. But like I said, we do have to deal with this southern end here of the thumb, and with some potential winds pushing back towards the 14 corridor. So something to keep an eye on today and tomorrow. And then I think that's brought me back around again. So I think that's all I have for today. So everyone have a good day, and end of report. Thanks.